Thrudark. Ever heard of him? Now you have. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So, excuse the lighting. It's almost like an interrogation room while I try to figure out how to get the best setup for reviews in my new location. If you haven't heard of Thrudark, they are a company out of England, based out of London, I believe, founded by some ex-SAS operators, if I recall correctly. They make some pretty interesting outdoor equipment, primarily clothing, textile, to include lightweight, mid-layer, shells, insulation, etc. But they have some really cool designs. I want to try out their Phalanx. Their Phalanx is their high loft fleece, the Thrudark fleece. And I really just thought the design was cool, but I didn't see any reviews on YouTube other than from the company themselves to really show like fit and finish. And as you know, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I hover between a large and a medium in a lot of different clothing makers. And sometimes that's challenging, especially when you're ordering something from England to get it sized correctly. Their sizing charts were indicating that I needed a large. This is a medium, and the medium actually fits better, but I'm gonna show you the fit to it and how I like my clothing to fit, not big and baggy, but more of like an athletic fit. So let's take a look at it. It actually comes with a really cool dry bag that, I don't know if you can see it, says Thrudark in like a real subtle black on there. So it is an actual dry bag that it comes in the packaging. This took me a week to get delivered from England, which is not that bad, honestly. And so comes packaged, their own packaging, looks kind of like all the other zip top packaging that you get from China. So nothing new there. But I like the packaging already. I like the touch with the dry bag, having it included in it. And so it's not an inexpensive piece of clothing, but they do have sales once in a while. So right out of the box, it feels great. I really like the high loft fleece. I don't know if you can see it. It's almost like a fur that has it's very thin in between it to allow breathability. So it is the high loft Thrudark fleece. It does have on the sides the Thrudark Power Grid fleece to allow flexibility. It does have YKK zips, and it is approximately 20 ounces or 1.2 pounds in weight. They do have a non-hooded version. I opted for the hooded version. Has some really nice touches around it, around the actual elastic seams. So this is elastics, Thrudark. You have elastic cuffs, and again, Thrudark on the elastic cuffs. The cuffs have thumb holes. Each shoulder has a patch with what feels like a rubberized Thrudark symbol on it. The bottom does not have a drawstring attachment to tighten it up. It is just an elastic, again, with the Thrudark labeling on it. So if you need something that is elastic, you may want to steer clear of this. However, I didn't really care too awful much about that. The zippers are just your normal zippers. They're not like the aqua dry zippers. They're not the waterproof zippers. They do come with the little pull tabs, and they do have zipper garages on the zippers, which are very nice. So overall, the stitching looks like it's really well done. You have two chest pockets up top. They're small. They look like they could fit, a phone or a map. The inner portion of the hood, the exterior is the high loft Thrudark, but then it is also lined with the Power Grid Thrudark fleece. So that actually is also kind of nice, gives you a little extra layer there in the hood. Nice packaging. It comes with a really nice tag, respect is earned. has a metal, almost like a coin, a Thrudark coin that's attached to it, and then your normal Polartec labeling. There are no pockets on the inside, so there are no interior pockets, which is okay. And then you have some stitching that is kind of nice here, labeling, branding. So they do a great job with the branding. The stitching looks all really good and clean. It feels very heavy duty. Let's try it on. Let me show you the size. So for reference, I'm 6'2". I fluctuate between 190, 195 pounds. And again, I like my fit to be somewhat athletic. So I didn't really want a big, and again, this is a mid layer and something I would throw on just to keep me warm. It's not going to block any wind. I mean, very minimal wind. It does say that the temperature rating is down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure how much I believe that. Where I live, it doesn't really get that cold, but I'm willing to try it out. But you can definitely see through the high loft grid where the breathability is, where you can see kind of air through it with the light. All right, so change of location and significantly better lighting. I think you will probably agree. So we'll probably start recording video in this location a bit more. I think it'll work out pretty well. Anyways, you can kind of see the details of the jacket. You can really see that high loft here, which is nice. So I guess it's a Europe thing, or maybe England, but the zipper is on the opposite side of what it normally would be in America, at least on my other jackets. It does have a nice like draft collar on the inside between the zippers, since it's not waterproof, to block some of that wind. And again, you can see the fit, 6'2", 190 pounds. I like a bit more athletic fit, so this actually fits well. You can see here on the side, the power grid on the sides allow kind of some stretch and some flexibility. The two pockets up here, the map pockets, again, probably would hold an iPhone in here. And the pockets on the sides are also not really large. They kind of go up pretty far. I'm not sure if they would hold like a pair of gloves well or not. Again, no drawstring in the waist. So if you need that, this seems to fit pretty tight, so you can kind of roll it up and wear it if you want to. It fits me perfect. Again, this is a medium. The large would have been way too big for me. You could tell I have plenty of room in the sleeves where they're not going up too far. I can still use the thumb holes in the sleeves. The medium fits perfect. The website said that a large would be my size based on my dimensions, but I decided to go with the medium, and I'm glad I did, so I didn't have to ship this back overseas and wait another week or 2 weeks for it. So let's take a look at the hood. The hood is basically like your scuba hood. Real cool, right? I know, attractive. But you can fit a helmet over this. It feels like it is gonna be snug enough for you to be able to fit a helmet over it. You won't be able to fit one underneath it. It does have that power grid lining in it, so it is a little bit thicker on the hood side of the house. Quick 360 so you can see sides, back, around. It's a great jacket. It fits well. Thank you all for sticking around. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope that this video helped you size your Thrudark jacket appropriately. I would recommend them. It's built really well. I think I'm gonna like it, even if I'm just lounging around in the house. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you tune back in, you check out some of my other videos, and again, I hope these help you out in making some of your decisions with your money and purchasing power. So, scratch those itches. I'll see y'all later.